everybody, this is Charlotte, your scandalously recovering shopaholic. In today's Exposing My Episodes, X2, Exposing My Exes, episode 2. This is Charlotte, your scandalously recovering shopaholic. In today's Exposing My Exes, episode 2. Oh, okay ba yan? Hand gestures, choreography pa tayo, di ba? That's how we roll here in this channel. We are back for more chismis. Grabe kayo, pinaghihirapan ko yung mga haul videos ko. Ginagastusan ko yon, may special effects editing, may try-on, oras-oras. Tapos chismisan lang palang gusto nyo. And my work here is done. Well, I'll take it. Anyway, here we are, the series that I created for Charlosophy Tuesdays, where we extract the lessons from my failed relationships so that you, my Bombshells, can be guided in your paglalande and your search for forever more successfully. Episode 1 was the ex who was totally my type, and you can watch it over here and I will link it down there. And this episode would be the ex who was totally not my type. To recall, my type of guy is the super intelligent, brainy, studious, intellectual, the kind of guy who memorizes the periodic table of elements. Socially awkward, not confident, and normally they are not very attractive. Because I mean, when you think of really attractive guys, traditionally attractive guys, let's say Hyun Bin or David Beckham or Brad Pitt. I mean, nerdy would be the last adjective you would think of to describe them. But in reality, if niligawan ako ni Hyun Bin dati, busted sa akin yun.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Kapal na mukha mo. Hyun Bin, do you memorize the periodic table of elements? No? This episode is about the guy who's totally not my type. And this ex of mine was a hunky piece of pie. He's a hunky chunk of meat.
Wow.
As in, think of your favorite meal, and that's what my ex was. As in, may Pan de Manila franchise ka ba, ex? Wala. Bakit? Kasi puro pandesal lang tiyan mo eh. As in, may El Niño ba sa barangay nyo, ex? Hindi. Bakit? Dahil tuyong-tuyo ang katawan mo eh.
Wow.
And sabi ko nga sa inyo, hindi ko type yung ganun, di ba? Yung guwapo, yung maganda katawan. As in, roll eyes, hair flip. Ew! Lagi nasa gym, hindi memorize ang periodic table of elements. Bagsak ka, boy! But this ex was totally not my type. Was super sweet. And he seemed patay na patay sa akin. And being the narcissist that I was, that was how he gained my attention and ultimately my affection. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, di ba? I wanted someone who was going to look at me and treat me as if I was a diyosa. So he looked at me that way, and wow, bonus! I was a goddess and he was also my fellow celestial being. So I was like, yes, I'll take it! 6 pieces of large pandesal, please, for take home. We were friends first. He really was not my type, so it really took time for the friendship to develop into something more, even if he was physically attractive, because no effect on me at first. But because he was sweet and he was pouring out his love and affection for me, eventually, I became a convert. So what caused the downfall of us celestial beings from the heavens and crashed down in the hard earth? What caused it? Was it because he didn't memorize the periodic table of elements? Maybe. It was firstly because of my mindset. My mindset at that time was I did not want a relationship because I was focusing on my career. And a boyfriend back then was causing me to lose focus. That's why I ended that relationship. So my mindset was that I'm not going to commit. I was just going to have fun. Being single, ready to mingle, and just keep mingling and mingling and collecting and collecting and collecting. No selecting. So I had no intention of being in a relationship at that time. I was just basking in the attention of Mr. Hunky, Lumpy, Bumpy, Chunky Bunny. I did not see it coming. There was no alert. that I was going to fall for him. But what happens when this feeling player, me, spends majority of her time with that? It's human nature. I developed attachments to him. This supposed playtime, which turned to attachments, became a full-blown 4-year relationship. Yes, it was an attachment that lasted for 4 years. This lasted way longer than my previous ex, who was actually my type and whose relationship only lasted 10 months. The 4 years flew by and I did love him eventually. Yet, in the 4 years, it felt like I kept waiting for a better match for me. It was as if the mindset that I started with stayed with me even if I was already committed for the entire 4 years. It was as if I was not taking it super seriously. It was as if I kept my door slightly open for better options. Now I know the difference of my mindset now compared to the one before. Now that I found Mr. F, my door is absolutely sealed shut. Watertight door. Not even a stray ray of sunlight can come inside that door. My door is like bank vault door. It's sealed with cement, epoxy, and mighty bond and rugby. But my door back then in that relationship was unlocked. May awang. Pwedeng pumasok ang lamok at ipis. Yung door was made of screen door. Pwedeng pumasok ang air. The door was made of paper. Paper screen door na sira ang lock na may awang. Pwede ba yun? Ganun! I kept getting distracted by other options. Maybe because I was unhappy in the relationship, but I didn't know I was unhappy because I was having a good time with him. But it was as if I was not taking it seriously. And we weren't really compatible. We weren't compatible in our maturity levels. I don't know if it's because he was years younger than me, but we kept fighting over petty stuff. Jealousy was such a large part of our fights. Maybe because he could sense that I had my door open slightly. Or maybe I unlocked the door because I knew that it wasn't the one. And it was just difficult to let go because there were attachments of habit and passion. So what is the takeaway from this relationship of an ex who was totally not my type, but whose relationship or attachment lasted 4 years? The takeaway is, huwag kayong lumande! Yes, I'm serious. That's the golden piece of advice in this video. Huwag kayong lumande, Charlotte F. I really can't play without getting attached. I'm not a guy. I'm very much a girl whose emotions are attached with her heart. Ano akala nyo? I cannot be casual, I cannot be detached, I cannot collect and collect, I cannot be a playa. So to you, my bombshells, before you let someone in, before you allow your heart to be open and what other body parts you want to open, like your mind, make sure that you keep them at an arm's length for as long as you can and get to know them, and to the best of your ability, discover whether he's a good candidate or not before you attack. Yeah! Hold the fort! Don't allow the invaders in. Keep it platonic for as long as you can, for as much as your self-control will allow you, before you do anything that will take your relationship to the next level. I think women in general, or maybe Filipinas in general, are just too caring of a species to just love them and leave them. We need a little bit of a thicker skin to do that. And I don't think we are that type. We are balat kamaris? Sibuyas. So if you're a typical Filipina and you start trying to play, I think you just might get hurt or might get stuck. Of course, there will be exceptions. There would be Pinays who are more open and more capable of doing these things, and no judgment whatsoever cast on them. I tried to be that. I entered into this relationship thinking it was going to be a casual thing and ended up using up an entire 4 years of my life. 4 years is a long time to waste on the wrong relationship. So how did that relationship of mine end? I found somebody else and moved on to the next victim as per usual. Business as usual. Because when you feel stuck in a relationship, as bad and as sad as it sounds, you need somebody else to pull you out of it. Mahirap tumiwalag pag walang kapalit, so you will really eventually end up cheating. May masasaktan talaga. So in conclusion, pigilan nyo yung lande. Not coming from religious reasons of chastity, but because it clouds your judgment and also makes you hallucinate. Passion is a hallucinogen. Yeah, Charlotte F. It makes you hallucinate that you're jumping into like a colorful, fun ball pit at McDonald's, but you're actually jumping into quicksand and you're gonna get stuck until somebody else pulls you out of it. This topic is a little controversial. I don't know how Mr. F will react. We shall see. If you're watching this, and he would have been totally okay with it. And isn't that amazing? There you have it, everybody. The golden lessons from this episode of exposing my exes. The ex who was totally not my type. I know this journey of finding your one true pair seems like an endless, tiring, exhausting, bottomless journey. But just keep your fingers crossed and your legs crossed even more, and you'll find him. Or he'll find you. Hopefully this is help. Hopefully here I am extending that hand and pulling you out of a relationship that you might get stuck in or might be stuck in already. As always, guys, if you love this video, please let me know in the comment section down below. It fuels my motivation to make these charlosophies. These are not easy. And also, if you're feeling very generous, please share, like, and comment, and of course, subscribe. They matter to the analytics of YouTube. My hours of hard work doesn't matter to the analytics. Tears and expenses, they don't matter to the analytics. What matters is your participation, your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscription. So, please, ayoko magmakaawa, pero sige na. I'm just kidding, but not really. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Stay safe and sane. Bye! Okay, the summer look does not match the Exena, but we'll roll with it. Hi everybody, this is Charlotte, your scandalously recover. So I had no intention of being in a relationship at that time. I was just basking in the So I had no intentions of being in a relationship. Yeah, pretty accurate. Relationship. So how did that relationship shift? You know, my relationship, Freudian slip. Relationship.